Hey everybody, it's Mac with Veterans Achieve Business Systems, Mission Rewired Mastermind today. Um, I'm really excited. The young lady, Jill Lublin, who is going to be our speaker, we have had her on before, but what she offers is so important that we need to repeat it. And knowing Jill, it won't be an exact repeat, but just getting to know her a little bit better and what she can offer to everybody tied into Achieve Systems, but also all the rest of the veterans and jacket wearers that watch the recording on the Veterans Achieve Business Systems YouTube channel. Um, the conference, for me was I think it was one of the better ones that we had last week. Uh, there seems to be a higher echelon of people that are coming in, and that uh, while I had planned out my schedule, I went in Wednesday and had meetings on Thursday. Everything blew up for me on Friday, uh, where all my plans tied into working with a new national energy company took a sidestep, and staying on track, we replaced the funding people that we had at we're supposed to be at that meeting, connected with some other funding people, and put together a very large funding operation. But I always talk about, you know, life can be challenging in that we think that we know what we're doing. We make all the plans. We got them down to the dotted I's and crossed T's, and then somebody steals the notebook. And we just have to keep going. Know that we're amongst good people, and there's a reason that we're doing everything. And this is kind of my segue into Jill. Jill, I think I've known you for about 4 years now,
Yeah.
and our relationship has gotten stronger as time goes by. I keep my eye on you and what you're doing. We have a lot of new people coming into the group that maybe don't know you in all your accomplishments as well as I do. But I'm really happy that we're doing this again. We're kicking off some new things tied into the mastermind, uh, uh, where people can become a member of the group, have access to all the vetted people. Not everybody is vetted and turned into a preferred partner here, but the majority, we try to vet them before we get them on. And um, it, it's kind of interesting how I've been able to get to know people at a much deeper level and know that they are honest and sincere. Some of you have heard me talk about, I had a young lady come up to me at another group meeting one time, and she had asked me about the group. And I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well, not the group, but the people." I said, "Oh, that's simple. 90% are honest and sincere. They care about what they're doing, they care about what you're doing. 10% only want to sell you something. And if you don't buy, they'll never talk to you again." Well, I have confirmed that for over 3 years now. And um, I love the people that are in the 90% and keep showing up, are still active. I know that I can reach out to, can come on here and be a speaker so we can present what you do, what you offer, and how you can help everybody succeed and thrive. So, Jill, I'm going to let you take it over. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you, Mac. I appreciate you and who you are out in the world. And you were looking dapper at that conference, I'll tell you. So, really, thank you for allowing me, shall we say, the privilege to speak to your wonderful group here. And some of you I know already, and some of you I haven't quite had the privilege of meeting. But no matter what, I want to ask you today to, shall we say, listen with new ears from where you are right now and connect to the message of what you need for you right now. And our focus is to support you over the next 30 minutes with publicity and connection to your message and go through some very focused items about how to do that. I'll definitely take some questions, and Mac also told me to let you know about a program I offer. So that's how we're going to roll for the next bit of time. And in the meanwhile, I'd love to show you, shall we say, my official introduction that will help you also really understand the impact of publicity, because you're going to see on there a reel of powerful publicity connections. So I want you to just see that and see how that makes you feel, because that's what I want for you. And let's roll it, Mary Beth.
Jill Lublin is called the media magnet for a reason. She's a force of nature in the powerful world of publicity. International speaker? Check. Coach, consultant, and trainer? Check. Author of 4 best-selling books? Check. Her books include Guerrilla Publicity, Get Noticed, Get Referrals, Networking Magic, and The Profit of Kindness. She's featured in national and international media including A.B.C, CBS, NBC, Fox, CBC, Forbes, and Inc., just to name a few. And she's shared the stage with legends like Tony Robbins, Barbara Corcoran, T. Harv Eker, Jack Canfield, Lisa Nichols, Richard Simmons, Mark Victor Hansen, and John Gray. Jill Lublin is, quite simply, everything publicity. But she doesn't just talk publicity, networking, and referrals. Jill lives and breathes it, so entrepreneurs and businesses can gain more visibility and profitability. And she's spent over 2 decades leaving a trail of amazing success stories in her wake. And if that isn't inspirational enough, Jill's latest book, The Profit of Kindness, introduces the revolutionary concept of kindness as a competitive advantage. Now that's something worth talking about. Ready to learn about publicity and how you can rock the stage, own the page, burst onto the scene, and hit the screen? Please join me in welcoming the founder of Jill Lublin Publicity, Jill Lublin.
All right, this is where I start rocking across your stage. Hey, Mac, would you be okay if you spotlight me? That would be great. The point is, right? You want to rock across their stage. Excuse me, I got a little froggy voice today. We'll keep it rocking. Thank you so much. And the part about being seen and heard is that people know you, know your name, know your message, and really want to connect to you because of often your message. But let me ask you about publicity. What do you think it does? Go ahead and put it in the chat, would you? Put it in the chat. What do you think publicity does? Visibility and trust. Get you clients. Absolutely, Maggie. Visibility, yes. Increases revenue and builds trust, more opportunity, absolutely. Helps promote your brand, absolutely. Yes, and the power of publicity, especially in today's market, today is a trust market, right? And it is important that people trust you, know you, connect to you, and your message. And yes, all of the things you said, absolutely. And I want you to know that it's like well, it's like M&Ms. Do you like M&Ms? Come on, show me, show me, show me. Yeah. Who likes the peanut kind? Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yes, yes. Me too. Well, what I love about publicity is it's like the 3 M's, which it helps you to magnetize, to multiply, and to monetize your message, the three M's. But really, what I want to know is who's an expert here? Raise your hand if you're an expert. Come on, raise your hand. Yes, Kathy's got two hands. We love that. Come on, Ken. I see it. I see it. Come on, Maggie. Yes, yes, yes. You are all experts. Thank you. The question is in what? Now, the first thing is this is a veterans group. So I want you focused on the fact that you are veterans. That's expertise. There are at least 2 months of the year that you can be seen, heard, and focused upon. So I really want you to keep that in your mind and connected to who you are and what you do, which leads me to the fact that you've got to plant seeds. And I want you to think of publicity like a gardening process. You plant seeds and you plant them now, 3 months, 6 and 9 months from now, right? And we're planting your publicity garden so that your message grows and goes into the hearts and souls and focus of the people you want to reach. Everybody got it? Give me a thumbs up. Yes? Excellent. So when we're looking at growing your garden, it really begins with your message. And interestingly enough, in the word message, first two letters, what is it? Put it in the chat. First two letters, what is it? Put it in the chat. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. What are the last four letters in the word message? Last four letters. What is it? Put it in the chat. Sage. Exactly. In the word message is me, Sage. Isn't that interesting? I love that. And in the word message is mess. We're going to help you unmess your message, get it clear and focus in this simple short time together. But first, I want you to actually take yourself off mute, point yourself and say, I am an expert. At the count of three, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I am an expert. Thank you. And experts have great messages. Experts are sought after by media so that you can be seen, heard, and paid, my friends, because that's the power of showing up with your message, not only in the media, in speaking, in networking. And when you have a great message, I promise you, people are going to connect to you a lot faster and quicker. And it's in fact one vet who's an interior designer now said to me when she learned this message formula, well, let me just say before that, she was really insecure and frankly a little shy. Anyone ever feel a little shy? Come on, be honest. Tell me. I know, I get it. Even Kathy there, see? Yes. Even some of the best speakers and presenters are often shy. I actually started out very shy too, and I can relate to that. But let me tell you, when you get a message that's core to who you are, what's powerful about that is then it helps others to connect to you. But here's the thing, your message needs to be authentic to you and to be useful in a time that's important, right? So sometimes you'll switch your message up. More about that in just a minute. So here's the formula. Ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Yes, perfect. The problem today is, start with that, and then fill in that blank. The problem today is, fill in that blank. It could be all kinds of things. It could be related to what's going on in the world. It could be, it's not your problem, by the way, it's the problem out there. And then we give people 3 things they can do. And you make it really simple and really easy. You make it in 5-year-old language. You keep it really connected to the message that you want others to understand and know. Okay? Now here's the thing about the solution part. You get to tell people what to do. Yes, you do. Isn't that fun? Woo-woo! You get to, I know you all are commanding great people. You've given us wonderful service. Thank you. And you know how to command people. This is the part I want you to hear. You've got to command people what to do in the message piece. And you actually tell them what to do. And you do it in 5-year-old language. Keep it really simple. Now, I know smart people often want to tell everything. Here's the thing. Do not fire hose people. You're going to tell them easy things. You're going to make it simple in 5-year-old language, and you're going to move on. and you pause. You pause to let it go into people. I'm going to tell you, I'm finding, listen, I heard a woman on my Media Mastery Intensive the other day. She spoke so fast, I couldn't even understand what she was saying. And I said to her, you need to slow it down. And you know where people often go fast? Who can tell me? Who would guess? Where do you often go fast, Kathy?
When you're nervous.
Yes. And what particular items do you often go very fast over that we can't even hear it? Who knows? Two particular things. Who knows what they are?
Sales?
Yes, people often do that, go too fast in their sales. Yes. But I'm particularly talking about your name and the name of your business. Here's the problem. You know it. You say it 1,000 times a day. You might even be bored by it, particularly the name of your business or even your message. This is where I want you to slow it down. And you know what else? When you are leaving messages for media or anyone else you want, I want you to slow it down because nobody can understand your phone numbers either. So, it's really an interesting phenomenon is that in this fast-paced society, also what's increased is the speed of speech. And what happens, let me tell you, as a former fast talker, meaning I talked very fast and I really had to slow myself down, people feel less anxiety. They can connect and actually hear what the heck you're saying. And the truth about the wonderful media message formula that I just gave you is it is now your script. And when you have a script, I promise you, you're going to feel a lot more confident. So remember the problem out there, 3 solutions, that is powerful. Now I want to give you another cool way to get into media that could be using exactly why you're here in this group. It could be using something special and dynamic for you, and that is using your ooh, ah factor. In fact, do me a favor, take yourselves off mute at the count of 3 and say ooh, ah factor. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, ah
Ah.
factor. Perfect. Thank you. And so with that, I want you to use everything you've got. And by the way, what I did right there, that's called a soundbite. Your ooh, ah factor. And that's what I want you to be doing with others is creating a soundbite. So now your new assignment is when you're out networking and out there connecting, I want you to listen to people. What are they leaning into, responding to that you say that is a soundbite? That's powerful, that in a quick way says what you do. Now, let's talk about the obvious use everything you've got. What is it for most of you here? I think all of you are veterans. Is that true? Just raise your hand if you are a veteran. Yeah, Kathy, I didn't know if you were. Okay. Julia, no? Okay. Got it. Ken? Keith? Okay, great. Well, I'm just glad you're here. Okay, so for those of you raising your hands, thank you. What is the obvious holiday that you can go out for? Come on, say it to us. Say it to us. What can you
Veterans
do?
Day.
Yes, exactly. Veterans Day. So I also have a psychologist. She is one of my higher level mastermind clients. And it's interesting. She's a veteran, served in the Army. She's, like I said, a psychologist. She serves vets who are traumatized mostly. That's her main clients. Well, let me just share with you. I said to her about a month ago, I'm like, we have a level of anxiety in today's world that we haven't quite seen in a long time. I want you talking about it. She said, well, okay, it's not my main practice. That is how she's ended up. Let me just tell you, in lots of media. She is also a Black woman. I said, we're going to use Black History Month. She said, yeah, because that's called Use Everything You've Got. Yes, and that's about how to deal with stress and anxiety as a powerful Black woman in today's times for Black History Month. Okay, what else could you be using? Everything you've got, put it in the chat right now. I want to see it. What could you be using as I'm talking about this? Infertility. That is interesting. Yeah, Cyber Week. Great. Yeah, Maggie, cybersecurity, hot topic. I know I said this to you when I met you. It's a very hot topic. And it's important for all of us. Wouldn't you all say? Disabled vet, absolutely. Being a mom, absolutely. All of these are important places and times, right? That you can use certain things like depending on what your disability is, there are months of the year. Of course, there's Mother's Day. Cybersecurity is a hot topic all the way around. And you want to be looking at what is it? Hang on. What is it and where can you be supported in your message? Okay. So obvious things are ethnicity. Keith, we talked about Jewish press, right? Absolutely. There's Jewish press all over. You know, whatever you are, there's something for it, I promise. So I want you to look at that for your ethnicity, your religion. How about your religion, right? I have a Christian woman, also a vet, by the way. So we have obviously Veterans Day. She teaches about vocal vocal use, which I need right now. And then on top of that, she is like I said, a Christian woman coach. So we have Christian press, we have Christian women's press, we have women's press, we have veterans press. That is four opportunities right there to get press all during the year. That's cool, right? Yes. So let me show you some topics right now that could be great for you. Let's put up the hot topics and see what the possibilities are for that. Okay, so as you're looking at these, tell me in the chat, what of these could you fit into? Put it in the chat, please. Put in the chat, which of these do you fit into? Go ahead. Yes, perfect. Thank you. Goals, yes, perfect. Yes, great. You got it. So what you want to do is, oh, thank you. Always be looking at what other places. Yes, thank you. You got it. What are the places where you can play that are different and thank you and fit into the opportunity to be seen and heard and quoted? Because when you're quoted, the power of the message is very important. So, Mac, for instance, not only could you be Veterans Day, but Suicide Prevention Month. You see where I'm going? There are multiple opportunities to be seen and heard. Yes. And so, with that, I want to give you some visibility building activities. Make sure to take photos of this. These are wonderful free resources that you can be seen and heard quickly and simply and right away. So, two of my favorites, I'll just say, are Google Alerts. You want to be signing up for Google Alerts with your name so that when the media, I said when the media, not if, when the media can be talking about you, that you are seen. And we put in the chat a link for that, as well as, like put one word or a simple phrase. Like when the Prophet of Kindness came out, I put in the word kindness and discovered that November 13th is World Kindness Day. Did you know that? Raise your hand if you know that. Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't, and I wrote the book on it. However, I did when I actually put that into Google Alerts. And now, remember the part about planting your seeds. We can be planting ahead for November 13th, as we do every year. Okay, so these are great resources, completely free, that are fabulous for you to get started on right now. And that is a good thing for all of you. But here's the thing, and I want to show you how we use this with the profit of kindness. So, using everything we've got, as much as I'd love to say, woo, I'm so excited, we got a lot of publicity, which we did. Look at the slide. We got a tremendous amount of press. And in fact, the lower third is a third of some of the press we got. And Inc. magazine twice and Forbes twice magazine. And guess what? Still counting, always continuing, always continuing. Publicity is an ongoing visibility building activity. It's not a one and done, even with a book. I'll share with you that I'm getting continuous press because what we're talking about is the theme. We're talking about the theme of kindness. We're talking about, in this case, the divided states of America. And that's the powerful message that keeps getting press. So don't get too stuck on here's what I do, here's what I do, here's what I do. You get the point? It's about the message that matters. And one message that matters to me greatly is to keep spreading kindness. So I do want to invite all of you that we have monthly kindness circles. They're magnificent. And it is the featured guest is always you. We spread kindness every month. We create networking every month. And actually, in circles of kindness, we get to be together and actually do 2 breakout sessions, just so you know. So it's 1 hour, very focused. And the link is in the chat. It's the third Wednesday of the month, and it's completely free. So we want to invite you to please come in and share kindness with others. All right? Thumbs up. We're good on that? Excellent. The thing about the media, here's the deal. No matter what they ask you, here's what I want you to say. You ready? You ready? I want you to just say yes. Look, my cat ate my yes sign. I swear, my cat ate my yes sign. Sounds like one of those fun excuses from school. Because yes to the media is what's going to create visibility for you and be a powerful major inroad for you. Because here's the deal. Listen, there's a woman in my Media Mastery Intensive, and she is a corporate trainer, a veteran, a corporate trainer. And so she's got good things going for her. Quite successful, but still looking to break into more corporations and do more training. And then she saw this thing said yes. And one of the things she does, mostly for corporate, is she cooks and does these productivity among teams for cooking, right? And that's a great message. And then following my system, and I'm big on systems, everybody's got to have a system. She got in on NBC Nightly News, but you know what for? Not as a corporate trainer, but because she cooks, they said, can you cook aphrodisiac food for Valentine's Day and do a segment on Valentine's Day? Now, I'm going to tell you something. She had a freak out moment. I'm not kidding. She calls me up. She goes, Jill, I don't know what aphrodisiac cooking is. I don't know how to spell it, and I don't have one recipe for it. Thank you, Julie. I'm glad you appreciate, thank you, Kathy, the humor of it because it is funny. She said, but Jill, all I heard when that NBC Nightly producer asked me, can I do a segment on aphrodisiac cooking? She said, all I heard you in the back of my mind, she goes like this. She goes, all I heard was you just saying yes, just say yes, just say yes. She said, I said yes, and I don't even know any of those things, but I knew that I could, call you, rely on you, and you would give me the next step. And let me just tell you, she got 4 minutes and 20 seconds on NBC Nightly News. Now, can I ask you if she had paid for that segment? And that was probably about 2 years ago, maybe 3. If she had paid for that segment, how much do you think she would have actually paid if she had advertised in that segment? Come on, someone tell me. Yes, it's figure outable because it's return on investment. Publicity is return on investment. Kathy, I know you're showing me 5. Keep going. Keep going in the hundreds of thousands. Who's going to guess? How much, if she had paid for that spot, would she have paid? Let me see. 15,000. I think Julia saw 25. Yep. Let me tell you, $720,000. Woohoo! Completely free. That's the value of publicity. And I'm going to share with you, this is how we measure publicity, not only on braggability, which is very important. I'm not kidding. And I don't mean from an ego perspective. I mean from the fact that you've been featured on. You better be well, saying I've been featured on. It needs to be all over everywhere you go, including your website and your social media. But social media is not publicity. What is publicity is this free, wonderful opportunities that you are receiving because you're an expert putting yourself out there in smart ways with your expertise, as well as using everything you've got. And that's what you're hearing in these stories. And that's where those yeses come from. And that's the power of your message as it multiplies and magnetizes you out in the world in a way that's resonant for you. Now, I want to take some questions. Before I do that, I'd like to share with you that I have created a wonderful opportunity for you, and that is to come into my Media Mastery Intensive. And what I've done is put together a media panel. They're super amazing that you get to pitch. Like, imagine this media right in front of you that you get to pitch. Yes, yes. This is all on Zoom, short days, and powerful opportunities to create actual media messages and perhaps walk away with a real media interview. So in the Media Mastery Intensive, you've got the media right there. You'll have opportunities all throughout to be interactive and speak your message. Practice sound bites. That's important. Sound bites are really important. And do it in a way that helps you publicize your publicity and connect to resources with the power of your media message in today's environment. The Media Mastery Intensive is 197. And because I'm a member of Achieve and Mac and I have been long-term colleagues and friends, here's what else I'm going to do is we also are going to have a publicity crash course, which is a short day course. Again, everything on Zoom, everything virtual. We're going to do 3 documents like right there. How about that? Roll up our sleeves right there. Practice your bio, your message in my system. I'm big on systems. 30, 60, 90 day. You're going to have them complete by the end of the wonderful publicity course. And let me just say, you'll also have templates that every other launch and anything you're working on, you can use these same templates in both programs for anything else you're doing. Both programs together is $394, and well, no-brainer offer, $97. You can register at jilllublin.com/PB bundle. It is for you while you're here and listening, and it's a wonderful, frankly, very affordable opportunity. The QR code is on the screen and the link is in the chat. So I welcome you to join me and you pick the dates that work for you. Looking forward very much to serving you in publicity, getting more of it, and excited to be here with you. So with that, what I'd also love to do now is open up for some questions and see how I can help you. How can I help you? Raise your hand in the reactions if you have a question and let me know how we can support you. Hey, Mac. And
Thanks, Jill. We all need to be visible and with publicity in our own right. I'm spending a lot of time working on it. The book's coming out now. We're trying to promote the mastermind. We're reaching out to non-achieved systems, veterans groups. I took your offer last time and got a lot out of it. I'm going to be doing it again just for a
thank
refresher
you.
because
Thank you.
um, I guess, the question is, those of us that are involved in a group like Achieve, we understand the importance of being visible. But what about the people that are watching this on YouTube? The veterans that maybe they have just gotten out, or maybe they're not even out yet. They're thinking ahead. What would you say the importance of visibility to plant those seeds as you described? How important is that? What should they be looking for?
You're talking about for the groups or for you for
Well,
the
all of
others?
the above, actually,
Yes,
because I'm
yes.
part of the group.
So a couple things. One is, Mac, I'd like you to use calendars um, in the actual bonus publicity crash course. We go through a calendar system that gets your announcement out every 60 days. I want you to really use that even better, announcing your meetings, including the virtual ones, by the way. And yes, absolutely the in-person ones. There's all kinds of resources and I do go through them and I actually give you a list. But one, for instance, is your local actual media. You know, where you are in the world, where all you are, your local media is a fabulous resource. So I want you to start using that and using the calendar to announce meetings. And then the other piece is having your members be aware of the things they can do to create visibility, right? It's a multiplication factor. So, yes, as a group, you're telling people here are some things that you can do to create that multiplication factor, visibility factor, right? And you have different people in the group who are, well, experts at different pieces, and I would like assign and delegate. You handle this for Women's History Month. You handle this for Veterans Month. You handle this for a month that is a specific area acknowledging certain disabilities, right? And that it can be, shall we say, delegated and separated so that it doesn't fall on one person, including you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love that because I think, the having a team becomes more important. None of us can do everything.
That's right.
Some of us try, but then we fall off and we lose some of the value. So having having people join in with the responsibility makes sense.
Yes, and I think that's a key for you in particular is let other people help you out to do some things would be great, and I think doing it like that will be helpful for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Kathy.
Hey, beautiful.
Thank you, darling.
Always amazing to hear you speak.
Oh,
Such juiciness, such goodness. So,
thank you.
I'm a systems person too.
Yeah.
I love having a systems. And you talked about how putting, finding your differentiator, right? So what you're a veteran, so doing something on Veterans Day, um, you know, parents, your Mom's Day, find your niche and figure it out, and then get it out there for visibility. What would you suggest as to the pace at which you put stuff out? Meaning once a week, once a month, this differentiator, right? So not necessarily your social media strategy, but how often? Because I think there's a lot of us that'll get overwhelmed and you go onto that calendar and you're going to see a million things and you're going to want to do it all, but that's not the best strategy. So what would you
Right. And don't do a million. So, so the what I typically recommend is 4 times a year. Okay, 4 times.
Okay.
So maybe two of them would be based on the use everything you've got part, right? Love that. And then look to see what other holidays there are that are specific for you. Like Kathy, when is, and I bet you there is, International Speaking Day or, some holiday that celebrates that because that is your beautiful bailiwick, right? And I would zoom in on that. You want to talk about momhood, then do Mother's Day, right? And I would just zoom in on like four particular ones and stay connected to that. I think that'll help and support you the best. Just those. And the only exception to that is if there's something that happens specifically in your arena, right? Like, for instance, I have a divorce coach, and we're doing great talking about how to stay, well, how to stay in love. But for Valentine's Day, we do how to fall out of love. Hee hee hee, right? And I think so that's important, right? And so then Johnny Depp got divorced. And so she started talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Coached her and said, "This is what you're going to talk about." Do you know she was booked one full day? I'm not kidding, like in front of the Zoom with TV network after TV network. 4 minutes, by the way, an average, let me just say, an average TV segment is about 4 minutes. Okay, so that's why you got to come out so strong, pitching in a focused way without pitching over pitching. You know what I'm saying? You can't be selling on TV. You're not going to sell your product. You're going to sell your expertise powerfully that people are going to go, "Yes, I want to be with you. Yes, I just want to know whatever you're offering," right? And that's what is going to drive people to you. I promise it will. And then, by the way, the other piece is when you're being interviewed, especially on TV. So, for instance, this woman was interviewed consistently for the Johnny Depp Amber Heard divorce, even though it's not like her specialty, celebrity divorce. That's not her thing. Her thing is divorce coach, period. But I want you to get bigger mindsets here about what else is possible for other themes that you can carry out into the world. And that's just using your piece and your everything you've got. So pick four at the max. If you feel that that's too much, then pick three, a minimum twice a year with your bigger story. But in my publicity system of every 60 days, you're going to actually have free media every 60 days because you're going to be seen locally. It's a local strategy with some announcement that's super cool and makes you look awesome every 60 days, right? But that's a very specific free strategy. I took your question as how often should I go out with a bigger story? Minimum two, probably max four, unless there's something very specific, with the exception, I mean, that you need to talk about it right now. Keith, if God forbid a cruise, and there's lots of cruise news, by the way, all the time, just saying about things that go wrong. And if I were you, I'd be talking to that as an example for Keith, right? Maggie, oh my gosh, you are like, as far as I'm concerned, totally positioned to be that cybersecurity, news whiz with, here's smart things that you can do right now. You see where I'm all going, right? And as I talk to each one of you, I could do it for each one of you. So that's what I'd say, Kathy, for you. And Kathy, the other thing that I think you're really good at, and I would talk to people about, is the I'll call it the insecurity, but let's call it the shyness. The are you afraid to speak? Guess what? You're speaking anyway, and really talk to that even a little more. Would be an interesting media perspective because I think there's a lot of people out there who are feeling a little afraid to show their voice and share their shine. I love that. Good soundbite. All right. Are there any other questions? Okay, I don't see any other questions, Mac.
No,
Um,
I don't either. I think you answered most of them with your presentation. And that now we have to, digest them and come back for more.
Beautiful. Well, I love that. The link is in the chat. Please come join me. Each one of you are experts, and each one of you, your message matters.
Well,
So thank
there
you,
is
Mac,
one
for
in the
the
comment.
opportunity.
There's a question in the comments.
It's a
So
question.
Maggie asked, the problem in my industry is that people are scared of people like me.
No, Maggie, I don't agree. I mean, I told you at Achieve, I had a very good big name cybersecurity expert, and let me just tell you, people welcomed his advice. And Maggie, I think in today's world, we the average bear want to know, what can we do? I want to know. I've never seen so many scams, things coming into my text. I have to ask my husband and my assistant Mary Beth, who you saw briefly, should I answer this? I mean, I just don't even know anymore. It's confusing and scary, and now with AI and the voices and everything else. And yes, Maggie, there are lots of things that can be done. This is why I want you out there telling people what can be done and make it really simple in easy ways, right? Really simple in easy ways. That's what I specialize in, but really support people with, here are three things you can do right now to be safer. I know you know them probably off the top of your head. And people like me want to know, right? What do I do to protect my phone from scams and spams and my email from being hacked? And like if you address those three things that I just said, I think that's a great start for you. And then we'll introduce you to the more, shall we say, powerful places and the people who are going to hire you anyway. And then maybe you have a program for people like us, because we need it. I'm just going to tell you, and we are in a time I'm sure all of you know we've never experienced before. And now is your moment, Maggie, to come out and, let's give people real solutions. I think it's going to make a big difference.
I think the
Beautiful.
trust factor is very important. And
Yeah.
so we do this, and I speak about this with a lot of my clients, is being visible and showing up, and so people can get to know us. And that um, Maggie and I've talked about this many times, and you know, well, she believes that people in her industry are not trusted. It's her responsibility to break that circle, that mold, if that's even a fact, and that she is the trustworthy one, and that people can work with her and know that she's going to be honest and sincere in her approach.
Yes, not only honest, sincere in approach, but simple and 5-year-old language. And I think that that's going to be your key. And I think for all of us, I just want to speak, for myself that I just gave you close to 30 years of publicity experience. And if you notice, very simple language, hopefully that makes it doable for all of you. And that's always my specialty, right? And so guess what? Each one of you, in a way, do the same thing. And what I've seen, probably the biggest issue for others out in the world is that talking to what I call too high, right? Too high above others that we don't get it. And so that's always, if I were to pick a platform to stand on and a soapbox to get on, although hopefully I won't fall off it because it's too slippery, is the opportunity of keeping things really simple. And that is where you're going to engage people. It's going to make a big difference.
Well, Jill, thanks so much. I'm sure people will be saving the chat and getting in touch with you. I look forward to your next Zoom mastermind, whatever, however you refer to it, the group meeting. I met some very interesting people. Dr. Valerie Mills was somebody I made connection off of being on your group
Oh, for
thing.
the Media Mastery Intensive. Wonderful, Mac.
Yeah, yeah,
I always attract the best people, so
yeah.
I'll look forward
So,
to,
so
to
I
you
look
coming
forward to
back.
it. Um, We have put information in the chat to reach out to us. I know it's summertime and there's not a lot of local events that are not Zoom, but next week, our buddy Ken, who doesn't have a voice today, will be speaking. Uh, uh, don't miss Kathy's mastermind an hour before mine. And we're very fortunate that we have these resources. University will be coming up at the end of August. I'll be in Casper for the Manufacturers Symposium with Jim Wilkinson. We can still be visible. We just have to reach out and let people know we're here. So, with that, I'll say goodbye and I look forward to speaking to you all soon.